The morning of Jungkook's latest airport appearance has already become a defining cultural moment. Images and videos circulated across social media within minutes, dominating trending charts worldwide. In South Korea, his name ranked at the top of portal sites. On Twitter, TikTok, and Instagram, hashtags such as hashtag Jungkook Airport Fashion, hashtag Jungkook in NYC, and hashtag Calvin Klein Show surged as fans and media alike speculated about his next move. According to multiple Korean outlets, the global star is on his way to New York, sparking immediate conversation about one major question. Will Jungkook appear at Calvin Klein's high-profile September 12th event in New York? The speculation is not random. As Calvin Klein's global ambassador, Jungkook has become synonymous with the brand's image. His previous campaigns for the fashion house broke records in engagement and sales impact, setting him apart not only as a K-pop idol but also as a central figure in the global luxury fashion industry. With New York Fashion Week colliding with Calvin Klein's Spotlight Showcase, the possibility of Jungkook's attendance is fueling a storm of online discussion. What makes this even more significant is that Jungkook's mere presence, whether at an airport or an event, has the ability to dominate global media attention. In this section, we will explore the layers of meaning behind Jungkook's airport appearance, how it connects to the New York event, and why everyone is fixated on his next steps. Witnesses described his look as carefully balanced between casual cool and brand-conscious chic. Fans online dissected every detail, from his jacket choice to the accessories he wore, connecting pieces to Calvin Klein's latest seasonal drops. For Jungkook, airport fashion is no longer just about comfort. It is about global communication. Each appearance sends a message to fans, media, and industry insiders. His look today suggested preparation, intentionality, and perhaps a teaser of what he will bring to New York. The emotional resonance here lies in the excitement of the unknown. Fans worldwide wonder not only where Jungkook is headed, but also how his next public appearance will unfold. Airport photos give a glimpse, but not the full picture, leaving room for anticipation. This anticipation is exactly what fuels social media trends. Since becoming Calvin Klein's global ambassador, Jungkook has rewritten the rules of celebrity brand partnerships. While many idols endorse luxury houses, few manage to embody the brand identity so seamlessly. His past campaigns achieved record-breaking impressions, with Calvin Klein's own executives crediting Jungkook as a transformative figure for the company's global market expansion. This September 12th event in New York holds particular weight. Calvin Klein is preparing for one of its largest showcases of the year, coinciding with New York Fashion Week. Having Jungkook in attendance would elevate the event beyond a fashion industry highlight. It would turn it into a global pop culture spectacle. The media speculation that Jungkook is traveling to New York has therefore triggered a frenzy. If true, his presence could dominate coverage not only in Korea but internationally, especially across Western outlets eager to link pop music icons with Fashion Week headlines. The possibility of his attendance is enough to send both fans and analysts into a spiral of predictions. Will he sit front row? Will he walk the red carpet? Will Calvin Klein surprise the audience with a new campaign reveal featuring him? Every scenario being imagined online points to one thing: Jungkook's presence guarantees relevance. For Calvin Klein, his attendance would solidify their dominance in blending music culture with fashion prestige. For fans, it would provide another iconic chapter in Jungkook's evolving relationship with global luxury branding. The digital age thrives on speculation, and Jungkook has become one of its most reliable catalysts. The moment his airport picture surfaced, platforms like TikTok were flooded with edits, reaction videos, and fashion breakdowns. Twitter discussions analyzed flight schedules and event calendars. Instagram fan accounts curated mood boards predicting what outfits he might wear in New York. But beyond surface-level excitement, the obsession lies in what Jungkook represents: the merging of music, fashion, and global influence. Fans are not just watching an idol board a flight. They are witnessing a cultural figure whose next move has direct implications for multiple industries. When Jungkook trends, fashion houses take notes, brands reconsider their strategies, and media companies recalibrate their coverage priorities. There is also the emotional aspect. For many fans, seeing Jungkook at the airport evokes a sense of closeness, as if they are part of his journey. His appearances offer rare, unscripted moments in contrast to highly produced music videos or stage performances. The combination of accessibility and star power creates a magnet for attention, pulling millions of eyes toward his every step. If today's airport buzz is any indication, tomorrow's appearance in New York, or wherever Jungkook is headed, will be even more scrutinized. Everyone is asking, what will Jungkook wear tomorrow? How will he present himself at the Calvin Klein event, if he does attend? These questions dominate online spaces not because the answers are urgent, but because the waiting itself fuels collective excitement. Fashion analysts speculate he may lean toward Calvin Klein's signature minimalist aesthetic, pairing tailored pieces with modern streetwear influences. Others suggest he might debut a new campaign look, signaling a strategic marketing rollout by the brand. Fans, meanwhile, hold on to the emotional thrill of surprise, knowing Jungkook has the ability to redefine expectations at any moment. The uncertainty is part of the allure. By withholding official confirmation, both Jungkook and Calvin Klein allow public speculation to act as free marketing. Each conversation, trend, and prediction amplifies anticipation, ensuring that the eventual reveal, whether it is his attendance or a surprise campaign, will dominate the news cycle. At first glance, an airport appearance may seem trivial compared to performances or award wins. But in Jungkook's case, it is anything but ordinary. This moment matters for several reasons. Cultural timing, his triple lines with New York Fashion Week, amplifying speculation about Calvin Klein, global visibility. With his influence across multiple regions, Jungkook's movements become international news. Brand integration. His fashion choices today may foreshadow Calvin Klein's strategies tomorrow. Fan connection. Airport appearances bridge the gap between idol and audience, creating a shared global experience. Media ecosystem. Outlets now treat Jungkook's presence as newsworthy events, reflecting his stature beyond music. Together, these factors show why one airport moment has spiraled into worldwide discussion. It is not simply about travel, it is about anticipation, cultural influence, and the convergence of industries. Enter Jungkook. His appointment as global ambassador was more than a standard brand deal. It was a strategic gamble to capture a new generation. With Jungkook's unparalleled reach in Asia, the United States, and Europe, Calvin Klein suddenly found itself plugged directly into the digital bloodstream of global pop culture. His campaigns, featuring stripped-down aesthetics and bold visuals, resonated across demographics, from longtime fans of the brand to Gen Z consumers discovering Calvin Klein through Jungkook's image. The gamble paid off. Reports suggested that Calvin Klein's online engagement spiked with every Jungkook campaign drop, and the company saw measurable sales growth in key markets. More importantly, Jungkook transformed Calvin Klein into a brand that wasn't just selling clothes, but selling culture, where fashion, music, and celebrity intersect. This is why the speculation about his attendance in New York carries weight. Calvin Klein knows that having Jungkook at its event does more than attract fashion journalists. It draws global media attention that no other figure in their roster can replicate. New York Fashion Week, NYFW, is not merely about clothes. It is about influence, visibility, and cultural power. Every September, the city becomes a convergence point for designers, celebrities, editors, influencers, and industry insiders. The front row is as important as the runway itself, with carefully curated celebrity appearances that shape headlines as much as the collections on display. For Calvin Klein, staging a major event during NYFW is about cementing dominance within both fashion and cultural discourse. Having Jungkook in attendance would not just place the brand at the center of Fashion Week, it would redefine the event itself. Social media would shift focus from traditional runway coverage to Jungkook's presence. International press, even outlets not usually covering fashion, would report on it. In short, Jungkook at NYFW would turn a fashion showcase into a global spectacle. And in today's media economy, that transformation is invaluable. Part of the genius behind Jungkook's influence lies in anticipation. His appearances are rarely overexposed. Instead, they are spaced apart strategically, creating room for excitement and speculation to build. The fact that Calvin Klein and Jungkook have not confirmed his attendance in New York plays directly into this dynamic. Fans speculate, media outlets circulate rumors, and the conversation builds organically. Every tweet, every TikTok prediction, every fashion analyst's commentary acts as free promotion, not only for Jungkook but for Calvin Klein and NYFW as a whole. This cycle of anticipation ensures that, by the time September 12th arrives, the attention surrounding Jungkook will already be at its peak. Whether he appears or not, the build-up itself has already guaranteed visibility. Yet if he does appear, the payoff will be monumental. Another layer to the excitement lies in speculation about Jungkook's potential appearance style. Historically, his Calvin Klein campaigns leaned into sleek minimalism, denim, monochrome palettes, clean lines, and understated accessories. Fans and fashion critics alike expect his New York appearance, if it happens, to align with these aesthetics. Predictions fall into a few categories. Classic Calvin Klein denim, staying true to the brand's roots. Jungkook might appear in denim on denim, a timeless look reinvented with his modern edge. Tailored minimalism, a sleek suit pared down to minimal details, echoing Calvin Klein's sophisticated side. Streetwear hybrid, incorporating oversized jackets, sneakers, and urban styling too. Highlight Calvin Klein's adaptability to Gen Z sensibilities. Campaign teaser, a bold new look that doubles as a preview of an upcoming Calvin Klein campaign, strategically unveiled on one of fashion's biggest stages. Each possibility carries its own marketing value. But more than the clothes, it is Jungkook's ability to embody them, making the brand feel alive. That draws attention for Jungkook. New York holds symbolic weight. It is one of the world's cultural capitals, home to both the US music industry and the American fashion establishment. His potential appearance at a Calvin Klein event during NYFW would therefore represent a merging of his dual dominance, as a musician with global reach and as a fashion figure redefining brand partnerships. Moreover, New York provides a stage where Jungkook's global influence can be measured in real time. Unlike Seoul or Tokyo events, which lean heavily into his established Asian fanbase, New York offers a different type of visibility. Western media, fashion editors, and industry insiders will experience firsthand the magnitude of Jungkook's cultural pull. For a South Korean artist, this is not just representation, it is redefinition. It shows that a K-pop star is not limited to music or regional stardom but can sit at the very center of global cultural conversation. Even before any official announcement, media coverage has already snowballed. Korean outlets reported Jungkook's departure to New York, triggering immediate translations and pickups by international press. Fashion magazines, celebrity blogs, and entertainment news platforms are all running speculative headlines. This media frenzy demonstrates a fundamental shift. Jungkook is not covered only as a musician anymore. He is now considered a fashion figure, a marketing powerhouse, and a cultural icon. This multifaceted framing ensures that every article about his movements appeals to diverse readerships, from music fans to fashion enthusiasts, from cultural critics to casual observers curious about why one person commands such attention. While much of the conversation is analytical, focused on branding, fashion, and industry strategy, there is also an undeniable emotional current. Fans are emotionally invested in seeing Jungkook succeed on global stages. They view his appearances not just as career milestones, but as collective victories. Every image, every headline, every front row seat is interpreted as validation of his journey from a teenager debuting in BTS to a solo figure reshaping global culture. The anticipation of his potential New York appearance carries emotional weight because it represents more than fashion. It represents recognition, influence, and legacy. For many fans, watching Jungkook walk into a Calvin Klein showcase in New York would not simply be about clothes. It would be about pride, about witnessing a South Korean artist stand shoulder to shoulder with global icons, and about feeling part of that moment.